Namaste, myself Dr. K.K. Chaudhary, Faculty of Education and Methodology, Jyoti Vidyapeeth Women University, Jaipur. And now we will discuss about the nature and characteristic of resources in the education. Education resources refer to all human, material, non-material, audio, visual, school environment and community material available in an academic environment to facilitate school administration and simplify the teaching learning process. They also include other fundamental material used in the school to make teaching very easy and learning more meaningful and comprehensible to the learners. Education resources cover all those material related all those material, human and non-human, drawn or photographed, built manually or electronically operated, books and all form of related material used in teaching and learning process. Education resources includes the teacher in the school, human being in a community, real object, specimen or models, chalk and display board, school building and layout, the community at large and other fundamental material like pencil, pen, exercise book, etc., which the learner are expected to have at any point in time to facilitate learning. Education resources are no doubt important in the development of a conducive teaching learning environment. The use of these resources could give more valuable and powerful direction to the teacher than any personal effort without the material. Adequate and apposite resources are vital in the administration of a school. The proper management and use of these resources will not only boost the morale of human resources who coordinate other activity in the school system but also ensure the attainment of the goal. Then the classification of the according to NOUN 2009 educational resources based on their nature are basically classified into the following category. First, material or physical resources. These are the tangible resources that can easily be seen and observed in any institution. Physical resources include the structure, the machine, raw material, vehicle and other tools which can facilitate organization, activity and processes. The physical resources may not be the same in all organization. In education system, the physical resources would include the classroom, lecture room, staff office, vehicle, health center, library, laboratory and so on, which directly or indirectly continue to the achievement of the goals. Then next is the financial resources. Financial resources are the fund required for the smooth operation of a school and are regarded as the life wire of any stream. It is indeed a more critical facet with which other factors of administration are created, maintained and sustained. In school administration, funds are necessary for procurement of the facilities, equipment, electronics and communication gadgets needed for effective performance. Apart from this, funds are needed to pay the salaries of administrative, academic and non-academic staff. A robust financial allocation for school administration would not only enhance goal attainment but its sustainability. Plan and policy implementation are responsive to fund availability. Funds are needed for the acquisition of fixed and the current asset and to settle current liabilities and expenditure incurred in the course of the administration. Then third is the time resources. Time is a unique resource and is considered as one of the scarce resources known to man. Time is the most expensive of all resources due to its non-recoverable nature. Time utilization refers to the proper allocation of time to the various stages and tasks of administrative activities. Application of hours of duty to organizational activity is to ensure equal combination of time with other resources. The use of time is one of the parameters to measure the effective school administration. In a school system, time is managed through the use of timetable. Consequently, time management stands as an effective tool necessary for organization effectiveness in realization of set out objectives and the goals. The next is the human resources. Human resources constitute a vital vein of any institution. The human resource in the school system include teacher, supporting staff in the school, student, parents, community member, and a host of other interest and social group. Human resource is responsible for planning, organizing, coordinating, controlling, manipulating, and maintaining other forms of resources. Its administrative and forecasting ability placed it ahead of other forms of resources. The availability of human resources is not only required in school administration, but their quality and quantity must be considered if effective and efficient administration is to be guaranteed. According to Likert 1969, all activities of any institution are initiated by the person that make up that institution. Plant, offices, computer, automated equipment, and all input that an institution uses are unproductive except for human effort and the direction. The next is the ICT, Information and Communication Technology Resource. ICT stands for Information and Communication Technology and are defined for purpose as a diverse set of technological tools and resources used to communicate and to create, disseminate, store, and manage information. These technologies include computer, internet, broadcasting technologies, teleprompter, and telephony. Information and communication are vital resources in any establishment, more particularly for planning, policy making, and decision making. Apart from enabling the public to be aware of the existence, activities, and product of any organization, information and communication serve as mean of getting the feedback from the public, clients, and consumers. Some of the information communication technology in school administration include the global system for mobile communication, telephone, intercom, television, overhead and the film projector, internet, radio, cable, etc. ICT is a potentially powerful tool for extending educational opportunity, both formal and non-formal, to previously understand constituencies, scattered and rural population, group traditionally excluded from education due to cultural and social reasons such as ethnic minorities, girls and the women, person with disabilities and the elderly through teleconferencing, etc. This is all about the nature and characteristics of the resources in the education. Hope you understand the topic, and if you have any problem, please mention in the comment box. I will resolve it. Thank you very much. This session is powered by Digital Version 2.0, Jyoti Vidyapeeth Women University, Jaipur. Thank you.